It's fucking hard tackling, everything we asked for, started quick. I think when we first started the game, we was a bit shocked because they're a bit different to a team we haven't really played some of that direct in terms of football, but we got used to it. We sucked it up for that 10 minutes, and then we reacted and we said, fuck this, we can go and play football. All I'll say now, boys, is it's up to you. If you want to do this and battle through the second half, we can do it easily. Like, it's only going to be about matching it and we'll work rate, being where they're at, and we'll fucking get this win, boys.
My name's Brett Cager and I am the reserve team manager. I've had quite a few injuries along the years, so I've done my ACL twice and I've always just loved being involved with football. So for me it was trying to find a way to stay involved in that grassroots football whilst having some sort of capacity and being able to do something within that team. And I think I've always seemed to be able to help out in terms of coaching, and then this year the opportunity came up to manage a team, and it's a team in terms of where I know lots of the individuals and it's like a new challenge. So for me it was just jumping at that chance.
It's been challenging this year, and the role of chairman has been a bit challenging and not as enjoyable, I would say, as in the previous year. But you know, that's football, and we just get on with it. Ron Holer, chairman of Forest Road Football Club. I think absolutely opportunities for football for all. You know, I think in my view, every village, and we are a village club, should provide an opportunity to play football. It has its challenges. Sometimes the hierarchy, I think, in grassroots want to try and aspire to the higher echelons, and we have challenges with leagues and whatever, but I think generally it's important to have that opportunity.
You'll only have a little bit of a concussion, man, with the Harry. Knock some sense into you. Better than having a roll, right? Yeah. Are you alright with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
That down there.
I think for a lot of clubs it's really, really difficult not having that constant support, and I think the higher up you go, you get more support, but I think it's difficult at a lower grassroots level because you end up having 2 or 3 people who seem to do absolutely everything within the club, and it's fantastic, and it really opened my eyes coming into management, the amount that some people do for clubs, and they just do it off their own backs, no money involved, and yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. We're not defending.
So I managed the club for 7 years until it got to a stage where I felt as a manager I couldn't go any further. I didn't have the networks, the nuances to sort of take the next step. I think it goes back to what I believe is my legacy, that when I took over a group of players who are predominantly now the reserve team, but they were in their mid-20s, and I sort of took them to County 1 level, and I'm glad I gave them that opportunity. Football, unfortunately, when you're in your 30s, age does catch up.
I don't think there's enough support from a higher level, because I think the priority is winning games and making sure that promotion, survival and things like that is the priority, whereas I think at grassroots there is still that getting people involved, getting kids involved as well, and trying to get them into the team, and you have the capacity to be able to do that a lot more. As a grassroots club, we try to provide that and give them that opportunity to be able to move into that first team football.
We were quite lucky today, boys, and we shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have had to make it that hard for ourselves. And I understand that we're naturally going to drop a little bit deeper, like we've done before, but we need to try and stay on the front foot in them positions if we can. But we've done the job, boys. We're in the fucking semi-final, and that's fucking class.
When I see it like management level, step 6, you have managers getting sacked, which is crazy in my head, but that is how it is. It's a results business now.
The first team from last season, would I like to see them come back? Well, I don't think that's going to happen, but I would like to hope that any of the sort of like 16-year-old now, 17 that are coming up will have that opportunity.
It's a proper fucking game. We're on a good momentum. We're on fucking, I think, 10, 12 games now unbeaten.
12, yeah.
12 games unbeaten, right? So it's really, really important that we keep that momentum going.
It's one December night, Grant phoned me and said, Forest Row have been on the phone. What do you think? So kind of here we are. So it's our first jaunt at first team football with our mantra that get some good young talented players, surround them with experience, and watch what happens. And here we are on a promotion. It's very easy walking into a side and throwing players together, but trying to put a squad together that can overnight challenge is a different ask.
The time and effort that goes into it is astronomical. It's people don't realise it. We're on the phone, God, 5-6 times a day. The commitment, the training plans, the getting the kit. Don't go in faint-heartedly. You've got to really work hard. You've got to be fully committed to it. You've got to embed yourself into the role and the task at hand. It's just, yeah, it's a full-on committed. So yes, the advice is just you've got to go into it with your eyes open, work hard. It does have the rewards if you're successful. So yeah, that's really it.
Sit down and shut up! Right, boys, right, that's a fucking lethargic performance, that. Right, I'll be honest with you, the quality on the ball ain't great. You know, we can all sit here and go, well, we should be 2-0 up, we should have had a second fucking penalty. Right, what did he say to you before you went out? Clinical.
Hard work will beat talent that doesn't work hard. And that's probably the best summary that we could put last week. I think off the pitch with any grassroots football team, whether you're talking to us, Three Bridges, East Grinstead Town, it doesn't matter. The biggest challenge is financial. If you actually look into the finances of how much it costs to run a grassroots football side, it's astronomical. So local businesses are key and core to what we do.
Good, Stoney! Good, go! No foul! Great ball! Go on, mate! Go on, mate!
Stoney, that is class, son!
Rome isn't built in a day. You know, our philosophy has always been embracing the youth.
Brilliant, Stoney.
Stoney, go away, Alfie!
Harvey, too risky.
Go away! Go away!
Yeah, up here, no problem.
You know, we've had players before that you look at and say, well, are they the best at the moment? No, but are they coachable? Sometimes you get a good player. Is he coachable? So now you know his level. So I think there's a combined element of all of it. But for me, attitude and fortitude is probably right up there.
You've got to be able to install into them that they've got to run through brick walls for you, and if you haven't got a relationship with you, they will not do it. So it's critical to have a relationship, but a professional relationship rather than a friendship.
The thing is, you've got to bear in mind with Forest Row is that we ground share. Yeah. So obviously East Grinstead Town have their own ground, that's where we ground share. But I also think the fact that we're at East Grinstead Town and geographically we're more local to Forest Row as opposed to Oakwood being in Crawley, I think it's contributed to bigger attendances and a bit more interest.
Sometimes giving you some advice, and the same with Pat. You know, Tides when he comes in. You know, sometimes you learn from yourselves, right? And unfortunately, the easiest way of learning is you make mistakes.
Well, I think it's a good future. We often, as I say, I think we are a village club. We don't own our own ground. We will always be grateful for other clubs to help us, to enable us to play at the highest level possible. But if that all was to sort of like come to its natural end, there's still a future. We'll just come back here and play.